Recording in progress. Merry Christmas, season's greetings, happy day. Welcome to Froggy Friday. My name is Reverend Barbara Samuel, and along with Reverend Gwen Smith, who sends her love and her season's greetings and Merry Christmases, we are your co-spiritual leaders here at the Center for Spiritual Living Kenya. And on this Friday, December 27th day, we have a beautiful guest speaker coming to shine her light and be with us today and give and be and have all of the wisdom that she is and just rain it down on us. We have Julia Madison in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, show some love, cyber love. Yeah, welcome. I will do a formal introduction of her. I just want to let you know that it's so good to see everybody that could make it today. Wilkester was to open us up today, and I don't see Wilkester anywhere here. So, Rahim is closing us. James, he wrote a note. Did he say he can talk today?
No, he's in a tattoo.
In a tattoo. Okay. So Christopher, can you unmute when and let me know if you're willing to do the treatment today?
I'm here.
I'm so grateful for your service. And so you will do the treatment and Rahima will do the meditation. And Nancy's going to do all the singing today, everybody. She has been doing her vocal warm-ups and she is prepared to be all of that for you. So take a deep breath as we come together in community. Take a deep breath as we come together in love, in mutual lovers of love. And as we are reminded today by Anthony, he came on and reminded us that we are blessed and highly favored. And this is the truth of our community, each of us individually and each of us collectively as one. And so take a breath as I invite Christopher to open us with treatment, and Nancy will sing us into meditation, and Rahima will do the meditation. Welcome.
Yeah. It's only one. There's only one love, one life, one grace, one infinite eternal presence. It's the presence at the back of everything. It's the presence that creates, that sustains and nourishes all forms of life in the universe. And so everything that is visible and everything that is invisible is a manifestation and a creation of this infinite eternal presence. And I know it as the presence of peace, as the presence of ease, as the presence of infinite abundance, infinite wisdom. And I know that it's constantly expanding, creating more and more of itself and growing each and every day, each and every minute, because it is infinite. It's limitless. And I know that I'm one with this infinite eternal presence of peace, of good, of knowledge, of wisdom, of growth and expansion. And so is everybody else who is here in this meeting, in this gathering, in this Froggy Friday. We are all an expression of the divine that is constantly expressing into more and more forms of itself. And so that is the truth of our being and the truth of our existence, each and every one of us. And so I speak a word for this class. As I speak my word, I know that we are all living in the spiritual realm, and we are not limited, and there is no lack and limitation in each and any one of us. And so as we sit here, as we gather here in this meeting, we simply remember that we are an expression of the divine, which is constantly manifesting itself, expanding in different forms. And so as we sit here, we listen, we wait, we learn, and so we also expand, because that is the only thing that we can do. we are emanating from the divine that is constantly expanding, growing in knowledge, in wisdom, in new things, in new ways of doing things. And so as we listen, as we learn, we also open up to new knowledge, to new ways of doing things, to new wisdom, and we grow and we expand in everything that is good, because we are emanating from that which is good. And so I only know peace and I know ease for each and everyone who is seated here. I know that good is revealing itself to each and every one of us. I know that there is beauty that is being revealed, that is unfolding for each and every one of us who is sitting here. There is peace, there is ease, and there is growth. And so I give thanks for the awareness of the power of spirit moving in, through, and as myself, and as each and every one of us that is seated here. I release my word into the law, knowing that it's already done and done. And so it is.
So it is.
It is.
I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know.
And so, with our open hearts and with the stillness of our minds, join me as we center ourselves for this brief meditation of gratitude. Take a deep breath in and find your comfortable spot. Wherever you are, and then breathe out as you feel yourselves relaxing into this present moment. This present moment where our hearts are open, our minds are ready to receive, and we are full of gratitude. And so take a long breath in. And as you breathe out, whatever needs to be noticed, you'll notice it and you let it go. And then you focus on your breathing in. Just breathe in, breathe out. Breathing in and breathing out. And as we sink into this place of relaxation, let Spirit guide us into a state of gratitude. Let us surrender ourselves to going into the memory of this year that has been 2024. And we take a few minutes to just look back to the year that has been and all the things that we're grateful for, all the things that have happened, the things that are happening, and the things that we know are going to happen. We sink into that gratitude. And as we take a few minutes, we can choose to focus on that one thing that we are really grateful for, that one thing that really feels close to our hearts. And as we feel it, as we recall the memory of it, as we recall the feeling of it, we'll be saying within ourselves, thank you. Thank you, God, for this. I will chime in when it's time to bring us back to this present moment. So take a few minutes. And now, as we bring back our focus to this present moment, bringing back our awareness to this meeting, we are bringing back all those good memories, all those good feelings, all that joy, all that love that we've experienced this year. We're bringing it back to this present moment with a knowing that it is here with us to stay. Now, tomorrow, and as we go on with our lives. And as we close this meditation, we still say, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Namaste.
Thank God. Thank you, Rahima. Thank you, Christopher. Powerful, powerful. Take a breath, friends. Take a breath. Be totally present in this moment as we come together. We are raising that vibrational frequency, not just in this little Zoom room, but in the entire world by being who we are together in this moment. And you know what I love to do? I'm going to invite Nancy to unmute because guess what? She's going to sing a song for everybody today. And this song we all know, and you get to unmute and share if you'd like to. It is One People. Are you ready? Away you go, Nancy.
We are one people, one strong heartbeat, just one spirit shining bright within us all. We are part of one another, born to love each other. When it's all said and done, we are one. Everybody, we are one people, one strong heartbeat, just one spirit shining bright within us all. We are part of one another, born to love each other. When it's all said and done, we are one. When it's all said and done, we are one.
See, thank you for shining your light so bright today. Oh my gosh, I love this moment. I love that I get to introduce this beautiful soul and share this incredible platform with her. You know her. She has been with us behind the scenes, and maybe you don't know that, but she's also teaching and leading many things with us as well. She is a ministerial student on her pathway to answer her call to be a minister. Ladies and gentlemen, give a big, resounding love applause for Julia Mattis as she comes to shine her light with each and every one of us today. Welcome, Julia. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hello, everybody. Hello. Happy holidays. Wow. What a practice that was. I kind of still just want to sit in that for a moment. That was so beautiful. Happy holidays, everyone. It's so good to see you all again. It feels like forever, and yet it's just yesterday, really. Time is what? Nothing, right? And thank you, Reverend Barb and Reverend Gwen, for having me here this evening. It is such a joy to gather together with you in spirit, to reflect on the infinite possibilities of the divine, and to share the wisdom that guides us all on our journey that we're sharing together here. So when Rev Barb and Gwen invited me to speak tonight, I decided that I wanted to share with you a tradition. You all have spent so much time this last year sharing with me your traditions. I wanted to share one of ours with you that we do every year here at our center in the US. So every year we revisit the foundational principles outlined in the first 4 chapters of the Doctor's Home Science of Mind textbook. And it's our way as a center and as a community of grounding ourselves in the truth as we enter into the new year. And so tonight, I wanted to talk about the first chapter, which is one of my favorites, called The Thing Itself. And as I think about it, we talk a lot in our classes all the time about it, don't we, right? So what exactly is the thing itself? The first chapter, I believe, really invites us into this deep exploration, a deeper dive into our understanding of the divine, or what we call God, and how this presence operates in our life. Our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes, lays it out so beautifully in this foundational chapter. He calls the thing itself the invisible essence that is behind everything we see, feel, and experience. He writes, we live in a spiritual universe. God is in, through, around, and for us. Wow. I'm just going to say that again. We live in a spiritual universe. God is in, through, around, and for us. So what does that mean? What does that mean? For me, it means God is not something far away, not removed from me, but is an ever-present, active force through, in, and around all of creation, right? Everything. Everything. And for me, when I discovered Science Mind, this really became a very empowering statement, because what it meant to me was I am never alone. We are never alone. We are always connected to our source and the source of all good. And what I love about this chapter is that for me, that not only is the divine universal, but more importantly, it's personal, right? It's personal to all of us. It's not some abstract idea or entity, right, that watches over us from a distance, but is rather a presence that we can actively engage in our everyday lives. But I think the question then becomes one of, how do we practice this idea? How do we actually bring this into our lives every day? So what I wanted to do today is I kind of took this on as a personal challenge and also a personal practice. And I wanted to make this more personal for you too, by sharing with you an important part of my daily spiritual ritual, which makes my experience of this God, the thing itself, more personal. So every morning when I wake up and I sit in meditation, I ask myself, what qualities of God do I want to embody today? What quality of God do I want to embody today? And what I'd like to do is I want to share with you 3 ideas about how this practice ties in to the thing itself and how it works for me as I contemplate this. So again, this first idea is that by doing this, again, God is not something outside of me. God becomes the infinite presence in which I live, move, and have my being. For me, this was a really huge and powerful shift because I was born and raised Catholic. And I imagined for most of my life that God was something or someone up there, out there, right? Kind of far removed from me and removed from my day-to-day experience, almost like a puppeteer, right? Kind of commanding the world. But when I started studying Science of Mind, and especially this first chapter, again, I learned that God is not separate from me. God is not separate from us. God is, in fact, the very essence of life itself, the energy and the intelligence that flows through everything, including me and including you. So when I wake up every morning and I ask myself this question in my meditation, what quality of God do I want to embody today? I'm not reaching for something outside of myself. I'm simply tuning in to the truth of who I already am and inviting that truth to express itself more fully through me, as me. So if I'm feeling anxious or overwhelmed, I might sit and invite peace. If I'm feeling disconnected or ungrounded, I might invite love. But this is not about changing who I am, right? It's about revealing, embodying, embracing more of who I am. Personalized creation of God. What I'm doing is I'm aligning myself with the infinite presence that is already here, already and always available. So I want to take this thought even a step further, because we always talk about in our teaching that God is co-creative, that our connection to God is creative. What does that mean exactly? One of the most powerful ideas that Dr. Holmes introduces in this chapter, that we are co-creators with the divine, is this idea that the thing itself is a creative force. Dr. Holmes says on page 30, God as creative spirit is the active power behind all creation. Period. So this means that every thought we think, every word we speak, every intention we set is actually part of the co-creative process. It is the creative power that brings everything into being. From the vastness of the universe and the stars and the skies to the smallest detail of our personal lives. And as expressions, that makes us expressions of this creative power, right? We are constantly co-creating our realities through our thoughts, our intentions, and our choices. Whether we're conscious of it or not, right? That's what we learn in this teaching, whether we are conscious of it or not. And the beauty of this teaching is that it reminds us that we can stop and be intentional about what we create. So to come back around to my practice, when I wake up in the morning and ask myself, what quality of God do I want to invite today? I am consciously choosing to participate in this creative process. I am choosing the kind of day I want to have, the kind of energy I want to bring into my interactions, and the kind of reality I want to experience. So as I begin to notice throughout my day, if I invite peace, it invites me to notice how peace shows up in my life that day. If I encounter situations that call me to be peaceful, I feel more calm and more centered. And if the same is true, I invite love or joy, the more I align with these qualities, the more I am invited to watch how they show up in my life, because I'm consciously choosing a space for them to manifest. And again, this is the power we have as creative beings. It's a power that we can use every day, every minute, to shape our experience of life. And the last idea I want to share with you is that these qualities of God are always available, no matter what is happening in my world of condition. And for me, that kind of is one of the more comforting teachings of the science of mind, that we live in a universe of these infinite possibilities that we can reach out and choose at a moment. No matter what challenges we're facing, no matter what conditions may be present in our lives, the qualities of God are always available to us. They are never dependent on circumstances. Dr. Holmes writes that the thing itself is the unseen cause. It is the intelligence, the power, the spirit back of all creation. And for that, then again, that reminds me that there's always more, right? Always more that's going on behind what we can see with our physical eyes. So even in the midst of all difficulty, it's this knowing, right? This knowing that there is a deeper truth at work. And that is the truth that we are spiritual beings living in a spiritual universe, and that the qualities of God are never far from us. They are always right where we are, waiting to be invited, waiting to be expressed. So, as always happens when I'm getting ready to give a talk, this week I had a very human, very tense and challenging day with a dear friend of mine. We, had one of those huge miscommunications that inevitably leads to bad feelings on both sides. I'm sure you know how it goes. It's one of those moments where no matter what you say, it just doesn't seem to land right, right? So the emotions flared, and soon we found ourselves in this place of real frustration and hurt. And in the heat of the moment, I could really feel the tension rising within me. And all I wanted to do, of course, right, is defend my position, try to fix the situation by making her see my perspective, which was, of course, the right perspective. And that kind of feels strange when you're in one of those moments with someone that you love a lot. But then I paused, I took a deep breath, and I remembered the practice I've been sharing with you. So even outside of my morning practice, I remembered to do this in that moment. I asked myself momentarily, what quality of God do I need to invite right now to bring peace and clarity to this situation? And you know what came up for me? The answer was compassion. Compassion. Whew. I realized in that moment that I needed to step back away from my need to be right? My need to dig in. And it just gave me that momentary glance that I needed to be able to see things from my friend's perspective. Woo! I tell you, compassion is one of those qualities of God that I deeply value. But in that moment, it was not the first thing that I was embodying, for sure. But by moving into this practice, by inviting that compassion, I was able to shift my mindset. And instead of focusing on the miscommunication or my hurt feelings or my bruised ego, I started thinking about what my friend might be going through and how she might be feeling. Oh, I tell you, it was something. As soon as I made that shift, literally the energy between us shifted and it began to change. I softened. It softened. Everything about it softened. And then instead of reacting defensively or continuing with my posture, I really reached out from a place of understanding. I got it, right? I got it. I apologized for my part of the miscommunication, not as a strategy to smooth things over, but because I genuinely felt compassion for her experience. And that was super powerful because this created an opening for us to have a real heartfelt conversation about what happened without the defensiveness, without the hurt, without the pain that had clouded our earlier communication. I mean, we're talking literally in the span of 20 minutes, everything changed dramatically. And what started out as a tense and difficult situation turned into an opportunity actually for deeper connection, all because I chose to invite the quality of compassion. And that's really the beauty of this practice. And that's why I wanted to share it with you, because it reminds me that I can always, at any moment, choose to embody the qualities of God, again, no matter what's happening around me, no matter what the condition is. And again, this compassion brought healing and understanding and allowing us to reconnect in a way that actually ended up strengthening our relationship rather than damaging it, which a lot of times these situations can and do. So as you move through your day and as you reflect on the beauty around your life and the holidays, I think for me, what comes up is if you're familiar with Louis Armstrong, he sings, "I think to myself, what a wonderful world." And to me, this lyric captures the essence of what happens when we choose to embody qualities like love, like joy, like compassion, and we align ourselves with these divine qualities. we begin to see the world through a lens of gratitude and wonder, transforming not just the difficult moments into good moments, but the ordinary moments into extraordinary moments. And as closing today, I want to leave you with this thought. Every day, every moment is an opportunity to align with this presence, right? To invite the qualities of God into your life and to co-create your experience with the infinite power of the divine. And as we deepen our understanding of the thing itself, again, embrace this idea. And of course, that's what we practice, that we are never separate from God. The peace, the love, the joy, the wisdom, these verities, right? These qualities, they're always within us, simply waiting for us to invite them in. So I just want to encourage you to try this practice for yourself, maybe tomorrow morning, or even tonight before you go to bed. Take a moment and ask yourself, just really sit with it. What quality of God do I want to embody? And then again, just notice how those qualities show up in your life. And see if you aren't surprised by how quickly your experience shifts when you do make this conscious alignment with the divine. So I just want to thank you all again for inviting me today and allowing me to share this tradition and this practice. Together, let us honor the joy, the challenges, and the profound sacredness of life as we always do on every Froggy Friday and every day, and lean into the thing itself with trust, embracing the infinite possibilities that unfold within and around us all the time. Asante and Happy New Year and many blessings to you and your families.
Oh, thank you, Julia. Beautiful, really magnificent. Thank you for shining your light with us and reminding. Oh, how magnificent. You're right. Life is magnificent when we just open up to all of those beautiful attributes and qualities that God is, even through the struggles. And I'm happy to hear you and your friend are solid. I love that. There's a great presentation. I'm just reading. Great presentation as we celebrate the season and spiritual journey, manifesting the attributes of God. Thank you. That's from Gitonga. I'm so grateful. Okay, so I'm going to ask Michelle if she wants to quickly tell us about any upcoming classes. If you could unmute Michelle and give us any announcements of what's going on.
Certainly. So don't forget that January. So now while you're out here during the holidays, it's the time to talk about what you've learned about Science of Mind and invite others in your circle to take discovery class starting the 20th, around the 20th of January. Then we also have several classes starting in that time frame. We have What If It All Goes Right, which is a class that you can invite to anyone. They don't have to have had a Science of Mind class before, because it's about learning how to change our thinking by what if upping instead of what if downing. And we haven't had this class for a couple of years, but we'll be doing the art and science of treatment, spiritual mind treatment. So that is a class that if you're interested in becoming a practitioner down the road, it's a required class, but it's also just a perfect opportunity to really cement yourselves in this spiritual practice that is the basis of changing our lives. So don't forget, women's group and men's group will start up again. We'll be looking to start up our Fun Day, Sunday Fun Day. And lots of things will begin again in the new year in 2025.
Yay. Thank you, Michelle. So grateful for that wisdom, that sharing that you're doing with us. So there is lots happening. So if you want to invite your friends to see what's going on our next Froggy Friday, Reverend Catherine Cardinal on January 10th will be delivering the talk. And it's a great privilege for us to have her come and shine her light, because she's always so busy doing so many things behind the scenes as well, and serving other centers. So please mark that on your calendar. I want to give us an opportunity right now to ask Julia any questions we may have. If you want to share something that this invoked, a memory, a moment, a reflection, if you want to share anything and ask her, this is your opportunity to ask a question of her. And if you're thinking about that, just pop right in. Also, if you're looking for the 2-minute miracle, we have practitioners in the room today, and Reverend Pat or Michelle will set up some rooms for us. If you're looking for a prayer treatment, we are happy to serve you and know the highest and best for you always. So if you're looking for a prayer request, just raise your little hand. When I say little, I mean in my screen, it's a little hand. I don't mean you have to have little hands. Yeah, Michelle knows what I'm talking. And if there are no questions, I want to take us to an opportunity where we get to do treatment, not treatment, do an offertory affirmation for our community. So I want to get you all to unmute. If you will all unmute, I'm going to say these lines and then you will repeat them after me. So everyone unmute, unmute, unmute. And there you go. I see you unmuting. Well done. Repeat after me. I am filled with the energy of abundance. Go.
I am filled with the
energy
energy of abundance.
I am willing to share my financial good with my spiritual community.
I am
I am
willing to share
willing
my
to share my
financial
financial
good
good with my
with
spiritual community.
Now, if you are in Kenya and you can donate to our center, which comes right back into your beautiful community, you can connect with Nancy and you can send M-Pesa. If you are in North America, you can contact via internet, cslkenya.org, and you can press on the donate button. Thank you, Nancy. Nancy has posted the M-Pesa number there. And I was inspired by Julia saying, that she's inspired by what a wonderful world. So let's sing that shall we? And if you're looking for treatment, put your hand up in the air. If you are a practitioner, stay in the room until we invite you to leave in case we need you. Julia, thank you for shining your light. I want to thank each and every one of you in this beautiful sacred holiday season for taking time to come into this moment to be together, to share in community. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. I think to myself, sing this part, go.
What a
a
wonderful
wonderful world.
Yeah, I see skies of blue, clouds of white, bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, go.
What a
What a wonderful world.
Yeah, you guys are in good place. Yes, I think to myself, what a
wonderful world.
Well, I don't, oh yeah, who's gonna do that? As we head into the new year, we are postured and we are ready to go. Thank you, Julia, for setting that clear for us and giving us ideas to apply new techniques, new modalities, and new ways to always be the best of who we are meant to be. I don't see any hands in the air. Michelle, do you? Pat, do you? Okay. Well, then we go forth and we shine the love and light that we are. We share the blessings that we are, and we remember that we are blessed and highly favored. Thanks for that today, Anthony. Peace and blessings, everyone. Peace and blessings.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thank you. It was a
Happy New